But it's fine. We're going to use the Worlds build again because it's really good, and it's just. And I will explain why it's good as I get the items too. But he plays with lethal tempo? Yes, he plays with lethal tempo because the difference is that he likes to go for like items that don't give much attack speed other than the Kraken and Wits, and then he goes like Cleaver and Titanic and stuff. So he gets more AD than I do when I do my off-tank builds, which is why I take Conqueror in the first place, is because like Frozen Heart doesn't give AD. He goes like Cleaver and Titanic and stuff, which still give AD, so he can mitigate that, and then go for the attack speed instead. So, yeah. But the reason Kraken and Wits is so good is because it gives you a lot of attack speed. It's got a really affordable build path, and on top of that, the on-hit magic damage isn't countered as hard by things like Tabby and stuff, and Bork's not as good on ranged champions as it is on melee champions. But Kraken and Wits gives you the magic damage that gets past like the Tabby and stuff. It's got an affordable build path. It also gives you movement speed whenever you hit the enemy, so it's really good for kiting. It's pretty much like Phantom Dancer, except for not a crit build, and it gives you more damage because of the on-hit magic damage. And then because you have Kraken and Wits, you're also doing true damage and magic damage on top of your normal physical damage. So you have all three damage types doing damage to people. It's really useful. It's really solid. It does a lot. Oh, Kapu. No, Rapu. Okay, so did he start red side? He started red side. Okay. Oh no, he actually just finished his red buff. Or no, he did start red side, he doesn't have blue. Or does, I don't even know anymore, because my actual buff. Wait, I don't have my buff circles around me, so I'm confused now. Why don't I have my buff circles? Like, I was really confused. I was like, wait, did my buffs time out? No, they didn't time out. I just don't have my buff circles. Am I doing it? I'm doing pretty good. Doing pretty good. What up, Zen? How you doing?
I wonder how they see me. Ashes on war.
Let's see. Well, Aurelia try to all-in Yone. Oh, she will.
Stood still in life.
Alright, so I'm gonna go over here and grab these. Runes are at the bottom left too, since I'm probably gonna end up uploading this game to YouTube if I do well. And it's just the same page that Pyosik takes during the Worlds games and stuff. The only thing I really don't like about it was obviously, you know, I don't use Lethal Tempo often, but the only thing I really don't like about it personally is Ultimate Hunter. But I mean, in Pro Play, obviously it's different because your Kindred ult in Pro Play is much more useful than it is in solo queue, because you can tell your teammates in voice chat, hey, don't flash out of my ult, and they tend to not flash out of your ult in Pro Play, whereas in solo queue, you can ult for your teammate, and then they decide that, well, your ult is no longer relevant. Okay, she's half health. Darius should be able to kill. Yep. I'm not gonna go and flash for that. I could flash here and be really greedy for it, but yeah. I'm gonna see if she's actually greedy. Because she might try to push up now that Darius doesn't have flash. I don't think she will, but she might. Okay. Honestly, I don't feel like waiting too long. I don't want to waste too much time. Would it really feel like solo queue if your teammates worked with you? Well, that's because League of Legends doesn't have solo queue. It has 1v... Okay, chat, I want to try something in chat. I want to see if you get banned, or if you get chat muted for this. Nope. Okay. I saw somebody say that you get you get chat muted for it, so I wanted to try that. It just popped in my head while we were talking. Because I saw somebody on Reddit that you get instant chat muted for the rest of the game if you type that, so I just wanted to see if you did. Well, no, what? I didn't say anything bad. I literally said I'm cancer free. How was that bad? I was just seeing if you actually get chat muted for something like that. Because, again, I was curious if you did. Is Chi joining? Yeah, Chi will join. She's taking a nap right now. When she'll get on in a little bit, and she'll come join. What game elo is this right now? This game is in mid plat. My highest rank is mid diamond. Not wrong, less than that ton of stuff. I was just curious because apparently what like if you kept up with the current League of Legends content creator drama, which we're not going to go into detail on because I don't care about it, but apparently people are very much enjoying the new system for auto muting yourself. So I was just curious because I saw on Reddit somebody said you'll get muted for that. Are gonna be fun. Support's one of my favorite roles in the game. I should have went to Dragon whenever Ramus ganked top, but I didn't there. That was actually really dumb of me. But it happens. You missed the bug? I mean, I don't miss it. No, she's gonna wave. Sag. Wait, Jin killed her. Ah. Sag. Sorry though. I'm fed. One thing again, Pika, what part of I am the world's best inter is not clicking in your brain? Like, if there was an award, if I could get a trophy for inting here, I would have it. It would have the big old #1 best inter on the planet here. I see the heart steal on PvE bug. You mean the bug where if you interacted with the item, you got permaban on PvE? Yes, and it's kind of hilarious. We couldn't kill there. Badge. We're fine. Everything's fine. Aurelia won't kill us. See? Everything's fine. Thank you though, Changeling, for the sub, by the way, though. I do appreciate it. Thank you very, very much. I should probably go up to that topside crab, I guess, for the Mark. Or I could just go to the dragon because Ramus is gonna get there before me, but I'm gonna do it anyways. I'll go to it. See what happens. What is my favorite cookie? If you're asking me, I don't know. I don't really care about cookies. I'm indifferent. I don't really eat very many sweets. I like sour things because I like the sour of them, but I don't care. Like, I like warheads and like toxic waste candy and all that stuff for the sour part, but I don't care for the sweet part, which is kind of the issue, you know? But I don't really eat sweets much at all. Just not really my thing. I should smite this actually, so my smite's not on, or is on cooldown.
Only to place it elsewhere.
Thank you, Lexa, or Luza. Why did I say Lexa? Luza. I don't know how to say your name properly. I'm really bad at reading. But thank you for the sub too. I appreciate it. I'm also the guy who eats lemons for lunch. Yes, I very much will eat lemons like an apple. I will also eat tomatoes like an apple. I very much like fruit and things. Okay, sue me. Why do I max W second? Because Emax isn't really that useful when you're not building crit in the first place because you're not playing around your E damage, whereas if your W is on a shorter cooldown, that means you have your Q resets up more often because your W is up more often, so you have your attack speed from your Q, your damage from your Q, your auto reset from your Q, plus your W. Whereas if you're not building crit, you don't get that much of an E ratio, which isn't a big deal in the first place, and just going with on-hit builds like that is just better. Lemons, man. Lemons are delicious. Oh, Aurelia took them.
An enemy has been slain.
Alright, well good. Darius is now killing Kalista.
Mine?
Ours.
Thank you, James. Thank you for the 10. I appreciate it, buddy. You know, I still don't think I've ever seen Changeling say a single word in my chat. But, but you know, I still appreciate it, bud. I still don't think I've ever seen you say a single thing in my chat. He's gonna try to taunt me by turret. Oh no, I got turret aggro from my W. Ah, pain. Alright, I wanted to get one more plate, but it's not a big deal either way. Lemons are so good. Dude, lemons are by far top tier fruit. Lemons are, like, if we're talking like a tier list here, lemons are like a Z tier fruit. Then you got like, I don't know if you can consider tomatoes fruits or vegetables, because I don't care what the logic is, because people are gonna be like, blah, 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 what's this, what's that, I don't care. But I'm considering a tomato a fruit. Tomatoes are like S tier, lemons are like Z tier. Apples can be a solid A tier. Oranges are alright, they can be in the A tier too. Not a big fan of pears. Pears can be like B. Peaches are pretty good. Mangoes are like the best, like ever, other than lemons. They're like second best. No, she finally killed me. Rip. Alright, that's fine. Alright, I'm gonna go Tappy. Because I have the Legend Tenacity in my runes, which gives me the same amount of tenacity that Merc Treads do, so I'm gonna go Tabby for the Callista, the Lucian, and the Aurelia for the defensive stats. Because that will help against them. Plus with the lethal tempo, plus Kraken, plus weights, I'll have enough attack speed from all that. Plus my Q marks also. Which I don't have very many marks, but I'll get them as time goes on.
We are not dreams. We are the waking.
Grapes are best. See, I'm not a big fan of grapes. I'm gonna be honest here. I don't hate them, but I don't love them. They're like mid. Never been a huge meat person. If you ever want jerky or something, you just eat dried mango. I mean, hey, to each their own. I like chicken a lot. Chicken's one of my favorite foods.
Few are, dear wolf.
Oblivion, what, why, okay. I understand I'm on Twitch and people have like no social like ability whatsoever. Why is the first thing you say something like that when you join the stream? Like, why is that the first thing you say when you join the stream? Like, bruh. Be a memorable moment. Okay, yeah, but feel out the chat, and you know, think about the mood of something instead of trying to randomly just make the mood really weird. You can taunt me all you want, but it does not bother me. I've got Legend Tenacity, buddy. It's not a big deal if you taunt me. Oh, sad. Ram is flash though. They should win that. If they just kill. Okay, yeah, there we go. Alright, get my Tabby. Now we go towards our wits. DRX jungler about to give us a new Kindred skin. Okay, if we're being completely honest here, I highly doubt it, simply because I really doubt DRX is going to win Worlds. Just from watching the games, I very, very much doubt DRX is going to win Worlds. I feel like T1 plays better as a team than Genji did that. And there's some, like, I feel like in the semifinals, T1 played much better than Genji did as a team, and I feel like that's half the reason Genji lost, is because, like, they did not play very well as a team whatsoever. It thrives as underdogs. Yeah, the difference is though is like if T1 plays the same way they played in semifinals as they do in the finals, if they play the same way, then I highly doubt DRX is gonna win simply because I feel like they play better as a team. Like compare that difference to the mid laners, whereas like Chovy was off farming a wave as Azir instead of like going with his team to the dragon and stuff to help. Whereas Faker's been playing Galio and things and just constantly going to help his team and doesn't actually care, and he's actually grouping and helping his team. Whereas instead of trying to be perfect CS and they're actually playing as a team, I feel like it's much, much different. And I also feel like the bot lane is just better on T1, if we're being completely honest here. Significantly better. And the top lane, if we're being honest. I personally just think T1's gonna win. I want Drx to win because I would like a Kindred skin just because I mean, why not? But straight up, Drx is probably not gonna win if we're being completely honest. Oh, she got the rend off, so. I mean, they're still dying though for it. I mean, it's still worth. Feather at someone now, so you understand. Okay, so Frost, you just explained that you have no clue how the game works if you're saying Azir's damage is low, especially in pro play. You clearly are, like, not somebody who knows what they're talking about. If you're saying Azir does not do damage, you're, yeah. Alright, that explains that. That explains that perfectly.
Your team has destroyed a turret. Your team has destroyed a turret.
Oh, my team did leave my mark up for me, which is cool.
Peacefully they go.
Hungry we follow.
Shut down.
Again, I want Drx to win simply for the Kindred skin, but at the same time, you know, if you played for a long time, it's kind of, you know, Faker fanboy at the same time. But like, if I had to place a bet, which luckily I don't gamble on esports, if I had to place a bet though, I definitely have T1 winning. 100%. Straight up. I have no faith in T1 not winning. That would be Faker's fourth. Faker's already won 3. Faker has won, I think it was like 2013, 2015, and 2016, I believe. Faker has 3 skins already in the game. Alright, I'm gonna go for this game, Cleaver. Alright, so again, the reason that Wits is so good, second, again, is not... this is what confuses people so much. You don't only buy Wits for magic resist. The magic resist is just a bonus. You buy Wits for the movement speed and the magic damage, because the magic damage is really nice considering Kindred almost has no magic damage, especially when I have a full AD team where they're going to stack a lot of armor. The magic damage is good for that. It's very, very useful for that. The on-hit magic damage is very nice. Insane, yeah. All things considered, three world champions. I mean, 2 world championships is insane. I don't even know if there's any team other than I don't think any team other than SKT or player that hasn't played for SKT has ever won 2. I could be wrong, obviously, I don't know, but yeah, winning worlds is insane. But winning it 3 times or 2 times, even like more than once, is also ridiculous. All right, we got our extra attack speed. Ooh. Let's go, Genie boy. Good job, bud. My red buff is my red buff is resetting on the dragon, so it's making it so I literally almost lost it. Not a big fan of the fact that because you're in combat with an objective, you can't use it. Like, I would understand if I were in combat with a like if I were in combat with, you know, a champion, sure, understandable. Yeah. Also, notice how Rammus does like nothing there, because Rammus doesn't counter Kindred in the slightest because the champion is flat out garbage, and people for some reason just refuse to take tenacity. Anyways, yeah. But I don't understand if I was in combat with a champion, but I don't think I shouldn't be able to use Herald because I was in combat with a dragon. You wouldn't be mad? Oh, don't get me wrong. Again, I would be happy if Drx wins. I just don't think they will. I think from watching both semifinals, I think T1 looked like a much better team than Drx did. They both looked like a good team, but I think T1 looked like much better.
Words, la la la, pew twang pew.
Thank you, Nox, for the follow. Appreciate it. You gonna throw the lantern? Yep. There's the lantern. And I got bubbled because I took the lantern, but I think we kill Lucian here. Alright, Ballista might flash to try to kill. Somebody's coming around here. I think Rammus is. Okay, no, Rammus is topside. I take it back. Kill your ward then.
A fine life reaches.
What's up, Riku? Thank you, bud. Appreciate it. Not too much damage while autoing him, or is the CC the reason? Okay, here's the reason why you... Okay, Rammus's Reflect will do a good amount of damage, yes. But the thing is, tenacity for one makes it so his taunt is almost like non-existent. It just doesn't last, which is why I have Legend Tenacity on. Then on top of that, Rammus's Reflect damage is magic damage, and I have Wit's End, which obviously reduces that even further. So it's just overall the combo of items just works really well, because again, Legend Tenacity gives you the same amount of tenacity that Merc Treads do, which Merc Treads are obviously, you know, useful for that regard. But then on top of that, the Wit's End is giving me the magic resist. So you don't take much from him, because his taunt lasts like maybe a second at most with tenacity, probably less. Thank you, Riku, for the Prime too, by the way, I appreciate it. Like, Rammus is an irrelevant champion if you get any tenacity. The champion is just not worth it if you build any tenacity at all. I could try to fight that, but I don't think it's worth trying to fight that because he's got a Nami. Luckily, though, I have Tabby. I used my E a second too early there. Oof, I killed myself. I have 16 assists. I didn't realize I have 16 assists, but yeah, I used my E1 auto too early right there. That should be GG though. Should be very much GG. We already have one Nexus turret dead. Nami is the only one alive. I don't see a way for them to hold even with Rammus spawning. Are they even gonna try? I don't think they're even gonna try. Yeah, no, they're not even gonna try. Yeah, that's pretty much just it. Is Rammus just doesn't do anything. This build's just really good overall because it gives you so many stats and things that you would like as a Kindred. There's like, well, whenever I was looking at some comments yesterday, there's people complaining saying that people build random items on Kindred, like you should only build crit and on hit doesn't make sense on Kindred, and it's just like, you are so clueless if you think that you should only build crit because of the E crit ratio. But for some reason people are like obsessed with that, and I don't really understand why. It's just, people are weird. People are genuinely weird. Crit one-shots are so fun though, except for the thing is you delete people even without crit, which is the thing people try to ignore. Let's see, I did the most damage in the game by far there, yep. Did considerably more damage than most people. Rammus was a completely irrelevant champion. It just doesn't matter. Considering the fact that there is also like Nami, Lucian and all that, yeah. It's so much easier just having a consistent build that's reliable. But yeah, there's that.